NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton is accustomed to winning. He says anyone that's been around me knows how much I want to win. The goal, first and foremost, is helping change this culture for the better. I'm here for a reason, to make an impact. To go in the right direction, I've got to be a vocal leader and just have fun playing basketball. Kevin?
Well, DA, clearly he wants to make his mark. Thanks for that report. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
And it's such a great feeling to come out strong, but it's hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
And the starting group for the Spurs, they've got Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, he's out there with Jones. Then it's Reddish, and it's Barrett at the 3. And for the Pacers, Brogdon out there with Halliburton. Then it's Paul George, and there's Miles Turner, and it's Smith in at the power forward. Now, here is Halliburton. Turner with a screen on Morant. Halliburton kicks to Turner. Smith with a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta.
Sweet pass from Turner. He's really been working on his ability to pass the ball.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Indiana ball.
So it's the Pacers now. It's a three-point game. Outside, George. To the paint. Here's Turner. Lays it up off the glass.
Simply overpowers the defense. Turner's strength is of great value for his team. And Kevin, when we talk about new age bigs in the NBA, one of the first I think of is Miles Turner. Here's a guy who has led the league in blocks, but can also stretch the floor.
Now, here's George, following the miss by Ja Morant. George passes to Smith. It's rebounded by Barrett. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Halliburton against Morant. Williamson outside. 4 on the shot clock. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. In 2018-19, not only did Turner lead the NBA in swats, he also shot almost 40%, Greg, on his threes.
And you go back just like 10 years ago, you'd never think we'd see players with the skill set of Turner. But this is how the game has evolved. And guys like Turner are just so valuable for teams to have.
Now here's Morant after Malcolm Brogdon's miss. Halliburton passes to Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Hard to stop Turner in close. As soon as he has prime positioning, he is going for the slam.
It's T-shirt Bonanza. Make some noise. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on to give up for your face mates. Fans, your base mates.
With this chance to show you the league's most intimidating shot-blocking defenses from last season. Number 1, the Pacers.
And that defensive reputation has value in and of itself. I mean, by the end of the season, teams were afraid to take the ball inside.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jones kicks to Reddish. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. George finds Brogdon. Halliburton in the corner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. The 3 from George. San Antonio with the rebound. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, 1 apiece.
Win 1, lose 1. This might be the case again for both teams this coming season.
Indiana leading by 3. Even with all the hype Zion had coming into the NBA, Steve, I don't think folks expected him to have such an immediate impact.
It really was a wild first few months for Zion in the NBA. We weren't sure he'd play at all in his rookie year. But when he made it onto the court, he reminded everyone right away, Kevin, what a unique talent he is.
It's an entirely new grouping now for Indiana. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Miles Turner. Zeller comes in for Smith. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for George. And it's Oladipo in for Malcolm Brogdon. Spurs also with the sub. Falls checked in. Now, here's Halliburton. It's Oladipo on the wing. Off target from outside.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
And Barrett slams it in.
Love the unselfishness. Not only can Cam create for himself, he can also create for others.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. And Zeller kicks to Oladipo. It's the three-point bomb.
They don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Barrett. Morant outside. Reddish the pass to Barrett. The feed now to Morant. Over Halliburton. Here's Fall. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. The Spurs shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
No good on the free throw. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Stanley's checked in. Malik Monk comes in for R.J. Barrett. Collins checked in for Jones. And it's Fox in for Morant. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Here's Zeller. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Fox kicks to Monk. Back to Fox. Halliburton with the steal. Good work defensively by Fox.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Halliburton with the steal. Passes to Plumlee. It's Oladipo on the wing. He's guarded by Collins. Oladipo, the pass to Zeller. Here's Plumlee. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Indiana with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We've got more in store for you right after this.
All right, look.
Well, some great players at the small forward position. But T.J. Warren can score with the best of them. And he said he's always excited to face those elite talents.
I'm looking forward to it. Like I say all the time, it's a blessing to be able to challenge and play against the best players night in and night out. So I'm always excited for a matchup.
Well, we know Greg had a breakthrough for his 6th season, but Warren missed almost all of year 7 to injury.
Yeah, and he's confident he can come back strong. Remember, this is a guy who scored 53 points in a game, so his talent level obvious.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
Oladipo is out there with Brogdon. And there's Miles Turner. Then it's Paul George. And it's Smith in at the power forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. Malcolm Brogdon has become a Pacers stalwart. He said, I fit the identity of this team as an underdog that overperforms and proves people wrong. I've been asked to be the leader of this team. I lead with my voice and by example. I'll be fearless on the court so that my teammates can follow. Kevin?
Love what he's about, David. Thank you. See, back in 2002, you led the NBA in three-point shooting at over 47% a game. How would you have liked playing today?
I would have loved it, Kevin. The reason why I could have shot more threes. And with more threes, gives you more stats. And with more stats, gives you the bag.
The first one falls. He doesn't get the second one. Last game for the Spurs. They picked up the W against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Outside for George. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. George has got the lead up to 9 now for Indiana. It's one of the things most fans don't notice, but Malcolm Brogdon, Greg, is one of the best free throw shooters ever.
How about had a year where he shot 93% from the line to lead the NBA, and for his career, just about a 90% shooter. That's a huge advantage for a point guard like Brogdon, a guy who handles the ball late in close games. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Took him no time at all on that one. Collins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And how about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Now, here's Brogdon. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That one good for 2.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Fox passes to Stanley. The 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Indiana lead by 7. Oladipo outside. George finds Oladipo. Shoots over Fox. Hits the front of the rim and out. Spurs have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
No good that time. So the Pacers will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from three-point range this quarter.
Get on your feet and make some noise. It's T-shirt time. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on to give out for your KCiNCO'S.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Plumlee, he's checked in for Turner. Zeller comes in for Smith. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for George. Halliburton subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Now here's Morant. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
1:32 left here in the second, and that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio making a switch here. Williamson's checked in.
Substitution, Zion Williamson.
1:30 left to play here in the half. Halliburton finds Zeller. Left side, Warren. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Bull. Shoots over Warren. Bull can't hit.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
Brogdon with it. Now defended by Williamson. Here's Halliburton. Rebound San Antonio. It's Morant with the drive. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Morant's got 4 points this quarter.
Not one to shy away from physicality. Ja Morant just goes about his business.
Pass to Halliburton. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Zeller. Lock at 6. And Plumlee kicks to Brogdon. He can't get it to go. So the Spurs will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a terrific performance we got a chance to watch. They got into a nice rhythm and made smart adjustments along the way.
And here's Warren for 3, and no good on the last second attempt this time.
That's the end of the
And
first
you
half.
watch Ball on the defensive end, boy, he's got a lot of potential, especially as he adds strength to that frame.
And so it's Indiana. All right, David, thank you.
And Shaq, you won a dozen. All right, now let's break down the first half. It's been a and that about wraps.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You gotta like what Miles Turner, guys, has done in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so Morant will bring it up for San Antonio. They trail by 6. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game is the first and last of their homestand. On the floor for San Antonio, R.J. Barrett is out there with Reddish. Then it's Jones. Then it's Morant. And it's Bull in at the center position. And the Pacers with possession here, following the bucket by the Spurs. Turner dishes to Smith. Kept alive by Indiana. The shot by George, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Brogdon against Jones. A second chance effort. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Spurs trail by 4. Reddish the pass to Jones. Paul George with the steal. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Jacks up a 3. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. George has got 6 points.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
And there's the pass to Reddish. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Tries again. Out to Turner. And stolen by Bull. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Barrett is running.
The energy Barrett plays with puts defenders on their heels. He's really good at forcing the opposition's hand. Working on consistency with that jumper. You can see Barrett has improved his shooting mechanics. Much more repeatable motion now.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. You can see Barrett looks a lot more comfortable now from every spot, Greg, on the floor.
From 3, mid-range, the free throw line. When he knocks down shots, defenders have to creep up to stay connected. And that's when he can put the ball on the floor and get by people.
And Indiana making a change here. Oladipo's checked in.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game. A versatile guard / forward who wants to keep improving.
Now, here is George. 6 points for him.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Morant outside. With the drive.
You have to respect Ja's burst on the drive. So dangerous with the ball in his hand.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Morant.
How can you not love a player like Ja Morant? Came into the NBA ready to prove himself and just keeps getting better.
And so he hits both. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pacers leading by 3. Now Halliburton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Smith lays it up and paints it in.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
It's Morant with the drive.
The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's George. Good D by Williamson.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Stanley can't get it to go. For Indiana, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Oladipo misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Williamson kicks to Monk. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Morant surveying the D. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. That doesn't go on the change to time.
2 minutes.
Right side George. Here's Oladipo. Out to Smith. Fires the 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Adebayo's got his second bucket of the night.
Bam is a pro at absorbing contact, especially when he's locked in on scoring.
Which longest section wants a t-shirt? Fans, your base mate.
Some changes here for the Pacers. Plumlee, he's checked in for Turner. Cody Zeller comes in for Smith. And Warren subbed in for Paul George. San Antonio also making some changes. Ball's checked in for Zion Williamson. Collins comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Fox in for Morant. Now here's Oladipo. Oladipo draws the double. 6 on the shot clock. Halliburton passes to Oladipo. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
Into the lane. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
The shot by Monk is no good. And it's Warren with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. To stop the drought. And it's off the back rim, no good. Spurs have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Halliburton against Fox, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And we talk about Fox's speed, but he also has length. He's a factor there in the paint.
Fox taking 2 shots. San Antonio with the timeout. It's time for T-shirt. Fans, your base mate.
The Pacers making a change here. Ogden's checked in.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? A capable scorer who also rebounds the ball well for his size, and still, though, he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
San Antonio making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the third.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Here's Oladipo, and Makers sends it back.
Watching him protect the rim, you never guess Makers averaging less than 1 block a game for his career.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Spurs lead by 1. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Keep working the game. Possession by possession. Keep doing everything hard. Down there, let's get some stops.
Wow, imploring his guys to lock in Greg defensively.
The defensive intensity is going to be critical. The offense will come, but you need the defense to bring effort.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Malcolm Brogdon out there with Victor Oladipo, and it's George in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Warren. Five on the clock. Pops in the layup for two. Warren's got his first points of the night.
Showing some assertiveness inside. Warren knows you can't beat the defense if you play scared.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
Here's Brogdon following the bucket by the Spurs. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Smith comes in for T.J. Warren, and Halliburton subbed in for Oladipo. Adebayo with a screen on Brogdon. There it finds Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
A dangerous pick and roll partner. Adebayo's a high-level athlete with great size.
It's stolen by Reddish. Fox against Halliburton. Pass to Reddish. There's the triple. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Halliburton. Kicks it to Smith. And it's denied by Fox. Now here's Reddish. Tight defense on him. Lets the 3 fly. Drills it from outside. Reddish has got the lead up to 4 now for San Antonio.
He's a natural offensive creator. You can expect Cam to pull through for a bucket.
To the inside. Outside to Brogdon. Here's Turner. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Adebayo. Over in the corner, Reddish. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
2 points.
Fox has got his 3rd assist on the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here's George. Smith outside. Outside, George. Looking to end the run, and the layup is good. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play in the final quarter. Maker with a screen for Barrett. Down low, and the dunk by Maker.
Good athletic play by Thon Maker. His mobility is an asset.
1:50 left in the fourth quarter. Pacers trail by 7. Outside, George drills the 3-pointer. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on to give out for your base mates.
San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thank you, David. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Jones. Now, here's Monk, covered by Smith. Back to Jones. Williamson a screen on Brogdon. Jones finds Williamson. An easy 2 points on the way.
We talk about Zion's strength, but the body control is also elite, especially for a guy his size.
Pass to George. Back to Halliburton. Misses the 3.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
George against Morant. Jones dishes to Morant. 6 to shoot. Back to Jones. Right wing. There's Williamson with the 3. It's hauled in by George.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
A rebound by the Spurs. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Into the lineup for the Spurs, Cam Reddish.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and that's an intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Now, here is Halliburton.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And, you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Here's Reddish. Here's Morant. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's San Antonio with the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what